Hey everybody, Jake Almighty back here with the vid I said I was going to make of a no snapshot melee Illyrian Abyss run. So we're going to attempt to go all the way through the Abyss from start to finish as melee, clearing all the trash as we go. Hopefully with as little deaths as possible. We're going to see how that works. We're gonna be using Immortal Call to mitigate the damage for the trash, as you know we are in melee, so we're gonna have to be in harm's way. But we'll see how it goes. As I mentioned, we're not going to be snapshotting at all, so we're going to be using a blood magic gem to cast auras on our life to get to low life. We're going to be using, I think, 6 auras. If I that's correct, yeah, 1, 2, and then on mana we're going to use Wrath, Grace, and then Impurities. So this is with enough mana to operate, and gets us all the way down to low life, and is only 1 less aura than I run when I'm snapshotting. So all I've dropped is Hatred. Normally I run Hatred for more DPS. All I've done in this no snapshot setup is no longer run Hatred as a damage aura. So our DPS is a little bit lower than it would be in a snapshot setup, but really that's the only difference. We're going to be using this gem for single target on the bosses, weapon elemental damage. The rest of the time we'll have melee splash on for the trash, and we'll see how it goes. With the hatred slot I freed up, I put in Ball Haste. So I guess we'll try using that on the bosses for some added DPS, see how it works. I haven't actually used it very much, but I've heard it's pretty good. Alright, so let's get Blood Rage on and get going. That was a freeze. So I think, as long as we be really careful, we can do this without too much trouble. You gotta be careful with the desync. We're using a melee skill now, so the desync is gonna be a little bit worse than when you're just staying back and hitting things ranged, because you need to actually be directly targeted on whatever you're trying to hit. You need to actually be right beside it, and it needs to actually be in the spot that you think it is, which isn't always the case between your client and the server. So far, the biggest thing of note is we are quite vulnerable as a melee to the freezes that these guys put on. Even though we're wearing Auxium, I've had to use the defreezing flask. Oh crap! That was my bet. I didn't have Immortal Call up in time. Entirely player error, just a little bit silly, in my opinion at least. Yes, there was a little bit of stuff going on, but I should have been prepared to mitigate that. Especially with the Vol Fallens, you got to be really careful, because they can and will one-hit KO you on any crit, and even just if they don't crit, they do a lot of damage. those health charges. There's too far away. Turn items off. Oh. There we go. Finally got a good aim. Every map counts. I'll go back over here, clear this from. I generally like to clear all the trash rather than doing, you know, just speed clears where you run through. The gem experience is pretty worth it. I'll take one damage, sure. 6 socket, why not? Probably gonna die again at some point, so I'll have a chance to offload all that stuff. Just in case. Alright, level time. Don't do that. I'm gonna swap out the weapon elemental damage gem. And here goes. We're gonna trigger them separately. The spectral throw, you trigger them at the same time so that you can hit both at the same time and instant nuke them both with faster projectiles. But for this, we're going to try and kill this one, then get over to the other side. I don't know if we'll have enough damage to get them down that fast, though. So we try this ball haste business. Not quite. Oh, he went down. That one's about halfway. Just switch to the other side. Damn. Fuck. He's really low. Really, really low. We're just gonna go right back in. Because he's so low, we're actually gonna make this easier. Use the splash gem. Let's cast auras. Alright. Put lightning on going in. And there we go. A little bit disappointed with that death. I should have dodged the storm better. Probably pressed my defreeze flask to get out of there sooner. You know, I just think it could have been avoided. Something to do better for next run. Any good? Yeah, good. Alright. Onwards we go. I'm worried though, it's 2 deaths already. We're not even at the hard boss yet. Snake. I think with some practice, all of these, you know, trouble spots would be completely avoidable, and you could do this completely safely, in my opinion. I haven't practiced this against the Ubers at all. This is my first run in Abyss. Ouch. I will back off. Heal the ES. Doing it melee. You know, I didn't go and practice this 5 times first, so next time I do it will be much smoother in the early parts. Alright, we're gonna clear this. Really, you know, I think it's mostly I want to go a little bit too fast. Whereas to do it safely, you would really slow right down. Make sure your mortal call was never down. Normally I don't use a mortal call at all in trash clearing. So oh crap, we gotta get out. It's too dangerous. It also could potentially be the right call to take, for example, Hatred for a lot higher of DPS over, say, Grace for this part. Don't die, don't die. You better not. That would have been a really embarrassing spot to die. Definitely more nerve-wracking than doing this arranged. I can clear everything back there. Whoa. It was almost a player death as well. That's what I get for whirling too aggressively. You gotta take your time going around those corners or you will desync. I'm gonna recharge before I dive in. This works. The thing is, I think we are going to try and leave one mob up to grab Enduring off of for if we die against the trio. Possibly that guy. We got nothing better here. Which looks like we may not. Yep, that guy. Oh! We're going to leave a spark group, actually. They're less dangerous as they essentially do nothing. Swap gems here. We can get them. Alright, perfect. Alright, we're going to put a safe portal up, far away from where he loads. Although, to be honest, it's less important because we're not snapshotting, so we don't really need a completely safe area to come in. But it's still nice not to be attacked when you come in. Actually, I'm going to recharge the S as well. Unless we're quite that low. Alright, grab our charges. Now we're going to dive in there. Here goes nothing, folks. Oh, that is some awkward pacing when that happens. It was too late. I mean, I don't know. I haven't practiced this fight much as melee, and I probably should have gotten away there as soon as it started lagging behind like that. Okay, we're gonna cast Auras out here. Let's get Wrath down. Three portals left. Alright, here goes. Oh, huge waste there. I needed to know exactly where she was coming in. Also, if she could just die, that'd be great. There we go. Alright. Rest of the fight should go smoother now. Just kite around a bit. Make sure Mortal Call is up. It's actually not too bad doing this fight without a Mortal Call at all as a ranged. You can do some pretty fancy kiting and some pretty fancy dodging of the rain of arrows at the start. But as melee, oh, okay, that's fine. Mortal Call did not happen there. Or I didn't have charges. I wasn't looking at the top bar. I just assumed it worked well enough. I'll have to go with the video there. Alright, if I die again before Atziri, we're going to have to call it a rip. We're going to have to finish the Spectral through. So, this is it, folks. Do or die now. I mean, the rest of that room shouldn't be that hard. Once it's down to one, you know, you keep your fire pot up for the reflect, and a Mortal Call sort of handles the rest. Charges. Pop it going in. Should really put on Splash, to be honest. You clear some of this out. The desync is becoming important in this. Can't even get to it. Come on, you take some damage. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch the splash to right. There we go. That's a good point. We can clear some of this out. It's a little bit ridiculous how many ads it spawns. And now we can finish them. Almost finish them. There we go. Whew. Okay, so we had to switch on the melee splash to get him at the end. But we got there. We have one more remaining portal. As long as we can clear the trash without dying now, I'm pretty sure we can do Deathless Atziri very easily. As you saw in the other vid, she's not that hard. You know, probably the easiest part of the entire abyss, in my opinion. Alright, so here goes. We're just going to be careful. Play it safe, because we're running low on portals. And this is, you know, the final hurdle in our success story. Shit. Nice, I'll take it while you chop them. Doorways are your enemy. That's a lesson to learn. Just like that. Guys down. I don't want to take any more damage with that. Also, this tough one has to die. Yeah. Now, to be honest, overall, this clear would be much easier if you do it, you know, the hardcore way. By that I mean, you know, the way they do it in hardcore generally, or the way that some people do it in ambush, where they keep a mortal call on and they just leap slam or whirling blades through all the packs, all the way through, and just fight the bosses. But you know, that's not how I choose to do the abyss, because I want the drops, I want the gem experience, and I don't think it would really count as a clear as a melee if you were just skipping all the trash. And so we fight it. You know, having to use a mortal call all the time is a little bit cheesy, but as you can see, we still die. Although, you know, most of those are completely my fault. And with some practice, I think I can cut down on the deaths a lot. And possibly even eventually do it deathless, the way we do it with Spectral Throw. I don't know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong for a deathless run to succeed. Like right there, that was really bad. I very possibly could have died there. Oh, we're almost there now. these big rooms that are really scary. Oh my god. He's not actually there. Yeah. This guy is, though. This bastard snake here. It's just waiting around the corner. Timer's off. Close enough? No, still no charges. He comes after us. Let's get him, snap him like this. And now we go. Whew. Alright, back to the tough one. There's a tub in there. We just gotta go and get it. Alright. Nope, not the frozen. I refuse to be frozen. Even wearing Axiom, the freezes are still very scary because any duration which you cannot whirl or get out of, you know, just get out of range of the damage that's incoming is very scary and extremely dangerous. Okay. I don't like fighting in that doorway, but we can't just dive in there like a madman. No, too dangerous. We got 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds. Alright, we almost got this. This isn't exactly what you would call a stellar clear time. That's okay, because our clear speed is not our goal here. Our goal here is success. Any hit from a rare one will generally freeze. That was close. Alright, we're gonna check for items. Gonna check for items quick here. I don't pick up much, but you know, some stuff is good that drops in here. Okay, onwards. No, not around the corner. That's good. Skip. Alright, that was a tough room. Alright, so that's the stairs up. We're gonna go back and clear this part though. And if I die here, well, I'll be really sad. Alright. Looks like just right. Let's put a portal up the stairs. We have one extra portal on top of this. So if I do mess up against Atziri and die, I have a second chance to finish. We're going to go single target. For now, we are going to switch our gem and kill the trash. I do want to try at some point a kill on Atziri herself where I do not use an AoE gem. Just single target damage, but because we're down to 2 portals, we're just going to do it the way I did it in the previous attempt to make sure it goes smoothly. All haste I may remember to use, we'll see. Okay, I guess here it goes. No snapshot. Melee all the way through. We're at Atziri. Let's do this. Alright. Run to the zombies as usual. Alright, we're just going to wait for them to get a little bit closer, and then we can just hit on her like this, and the splash will take them out as they get close to the middle. Instead of all that dancing around her I was doing last time. Someone pointed out this method to me, which hadn't really occurred to me because I don't really use melee splash very much. But this makes a lot more sense. Alright, split phase. I think we ate a spear there. That was the damage spike on our ES. Dodge those ones, that's good. Alright, split phase again. Alright, gonna use some potion slot. Oh, I just didn't interesting. Dodge it just in case. Fuck! Oh, that was my bad. I mean, we were desynced a little bit, but I should have pressed the flask. As soon as she started flame blasting, I should have pressed the flask. So that was 100% my fault. Alright, we got one more split to go. We're going to finish it in this spec. We don't go to switch. We can finish it like this. And if we die, we'll be very sad because that'll be rip hope. But that's okay. We're gonna get it done. Okay, she's in the upper left. We got space. Yeah, we got space. Top left. Double one. On, double flask going in. That was very nice. Lead on the flame blast. Yeah, zombie. Cool. We should be good now. Should be home free. And success. And we got gloves as a bonus. So there you have it, folks. 6 auras, no snapshot. We used a blood magic gem to get our auras on our life. Fully melee. We use melee splash, obviously, but you know, that's just AoE. You're allowed to be melee and AoE. Let's hit back. I don't want that. Whew. Deposit those gloves in the bank. I should have checked them all the time. How they look. Perfect int. The rest is crap. That's okay. Most gloves need to buy anyways. Okay, so in conclusion, we succeeded. No snapshotting. Completely melee. Complete clear. We used Immortal Call, but I don't know any melee that would do it without Immortal Call. Potentially, it's possible if you were like, you know, a full block tank that also had evasion and Onder's Guile, and also capped out their resists in the 90s, in the high 90s. You know, then you could maybe do it. But at that point, I don't know if you have enough damage to actually do the boss fights effectively. I guess you could do them very, very slowly maybe, but there's a lot of room to mess up. Like, you know, all of my deaths were mess ups on my part. Either letting a Mortal Call down or not responding to desync correctly. So I'm going to try and do this again later on, maybe tomorrow, and try and do it cleaner, less than all 6 portals maybe, but in any case, there you go, folks. Success. And have a good night.